here we are at Judith. This is her office, and this is her examination room. And I'm going back in. Okay. He's the one with problems. The others are just here for their first adjustment, well checkup, getting them checked in with you.
Okay. So, I need a signal on this dog. What is his name?
Cagney.
Cagney. And how old is he?
We have him at 7 months.
7 months.
He walks bow-legged in the back end, fatigues easily.
Yeah, when I'm out in the yard and they're all running around as a group, they stand and look at me, and he instantly sits. So there's that fatigue. When we were in here a little while ago, they were all rummaging, and he was laying under my chair. Some days when I'm headed out to the grooming shop, which is about a 100-yard walk, he'll just sit on the couch and go, I don't think so today.
Okay.
Right.
Has he ever had any illnesses or injuries?
No.
And he's 7 months. Is he is obviously a brood apple. What's his coefficient of inbreeding?
Not. I mean, she's taken her 30 years. She has 2 separate lines, and then she breeds those together.
Okay.
I mean, I do have a pedigree if you want to see it.
The more he sits.
Right. He just doesn't stand. Okay. Right. If he's not active, he's sitting. Meanwhile, they're constantly active. Hold on. Let me see this. Okay. Here is her pedigree. That's the litter sister. She's the black and tan one. She's the black and tan. She's the litter sister. There's the certified pedigree on your left. Barbie is tightly line bred. She's got this one grand champion that shows up like 6 times in her pedigree. That's that one.
That's Barbie.
Yeah, she's a different breeder. These 3 are Cheryl's dogs.
What was it?
That's Duncan.
Duncan.
He's almost finished his championship. I mean, of course, like with Springers, you don't know the litter mates and the ones that went West Coast, East Coast the way I do, but you can see common names and common kennel.
Right, and that's what I'm looking at.
Of course.
We've got okay.
Of course. And I have the litter sister, so this is good too for diagnosis. She's the black and tan. You might want to take a look at her. You might want to take a look at her as she's moving away from you. I mean,
That's a bark.
Yeah.
You made a good jump.
yeah, we will look at her rear movement to compare, because that's the litter sister to him.
Of this one.
Because she's my talker. She came from a different breeder.
So we're talking about Wendy.
Yeah, this is the litter sister to Cagney.
We'll go this way, Con. If she
Yeah.
go that way, have her go that way before she comes back. Talk to her.
Yeah, sure. She'll do anything.
She's did you see that mistake she made just there on the turn?
Yep. Yeah, I've been seeing.
They are both mildly what we call hypermetric.
I've been.
They are padding.
Yes.
Too far forward.
Yes.
They both bunny hop.
Yep.
When they're in doubt, which means we have either some partial proprioceptive problems,
Barbie.
as well as
Barbie. Let me have her.
leg that can cause them to do that.
I agree. Have you seen the male yet? Have you seen the male move yet?
Which, yes, and so
He's gorgeous. How about Barbie? Have we done Barbie yet?
Yep.
I'd like you to watch her go sideways, because I'm not crazy about her top line and her croup.
We've done everything.
Her top line. Her top line. I mean, she's beautiful, I think, in the rear.
Yeah, her top.
Yeah, you see a little roachy, and then her croup goes down.
Probably just a matter of neck and toenails and stuff like that. Yeah, that's just
And did you say that they were both paddling their back feet?
Yeah, the two litter mates.
Yeah, what is called padding.
Padding. I thought you said that's
padding,
what I
wrote.
wrote.
They reach too far forward. They don't. If your foot is not going past your hip joint,
Right.
you're not getting any drive.
I think she's fine on her.
She's fine.
Yeah, on her forelegs.
Top line, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like her top line either. Right.
So there is. I mean, we've got this.
Yeah.
And
There's no show dog in the world that isn't line bred.
line breed. And you know, when it works, it's called line breed. And when it doesn't work, it's called inbreeding.
Yeah, I
You
know.
have to remember that is.
Well, I line bred Candy my whole life, but didn't have any problems with it because I knew what I was doing. And you line breed, and something like this pops up, and you've never seen it in 30 years. It's like epilepsy; it jumps around generations. You don't know with these recessive weird genes.
Well, and there's a greater chance of it when you've got the blue. I mean,
Really?
Yes, absolutely. You cannot. Used to be that blue things of any breed were not acceptable. And the reason why is that if you breed a blue to a blue, and Danes, you get a lot of lethal whites.
Okay.
You can't. I mean, and people are doing it all the time, and little French bulldogs
Yeah.
and other things, and they're trying to get all these fancy colors, and for some, but again, it was unacceptable to breed blue merles to blue merles or blue
Right.
dogs to blue merles because
Well, they do a lot of dapples now, and they even win in the show ring.
very popular. But I think we have to be very aware
Okay.
of the fact that I don't think it's a good idea.
No, I'm going to stick with the black and tan and red. Those are your two basic colors.
All right. So who are we going to do first?
Cagney, the one that's... He's finally at a point at my house where he's completely normal, runs with the dogs, plays with his sister, knows all the doors. But the minute I walk out of the house, he does this again. But
He's frightened because I think he's injured, and I think that I don't think he's comfortable because a young dog like this should be running around with me.
like them. And
Have you done all the normal stuff? Has he had decals done? Has he had
he's clear on worms.
all right? Has he had his heart examined? Somebody did a puppy check on him and listened to his heart because a lot of times breeders are gonna give you the free puppy.
They had a puppy exam, so I'm sure that the vet took a stethoscope and could hear murmurs. Yes, they all had that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, every one of them. And this breeder attends to a whole bunch of mini dachshund breeders. So this veterinarian knows this breed very well.
So anyway, if you look at him
Yep.
from the top here, you can see that his right eye is much further back in his head.
Oh, okay.
see
Had
it?
not noticed
You
because,
see, it's
yes,
like-
I see.
It's a good quarter-inch further
Yep.
back in his head.
With the dapple markings, you don't notice. Yeah, it's completely out of line with the other one.
Right, and it rotates a little differently. So this can be maybe a central problem, we don't know. But I frankly think the dog may be slightly painful.
Yeah, all the teeth are good. You may have to give her to me. Or throw her a cookie. Throw her food. That shuts her up. She's my talker. She's not getting attention, so.
No, fun.
I have nails on the shorter because, again, they don't touch the ground.
Yes,
They're very-
I know, but him and the litter sister are not good with nails.
Well, we'll get those done. because it's
I
right.
know that. That's why I'm here.
So, right, so the teeth are kind of nice. They've got lovely teeth. But
Yes.
we do have very slight asymmetry. The lower jaw is a little bit lower on the left side.
Again, that goes along with the whole eye socket. Right.
You can really see there's quite a dramatic difference.
I had no idea until you pointed that out to me. Yeah, with the coloring, it all marbles together.
And when he blinks a little asymmetrically. His eyes point in the same direction, it looks like.
Yeah.
Maybe a little cross-eyed.
Boy, is it now? I mean, now I see it that you pointed
Maybe
it
a
out to
little
me.
bit cross-eyed with a slight medial strabismus on the right eye.
Medial, you said.
Medial strabismus. strabismus.
Yeah, just give her to me, right? She wants to be the center of attention. The other ones don't talk. They're from a different
And
bloodline.
his nose, you can see his nose is slight. If you look at his nose holes, they're not parallel to his eyes.
No, they are not. Wow. Okay, Judith. Once again, you are from another planet, not Earth.
I've got good spatial awareness.
Well,
That's
I mean,
great. Is he on heartworm prevention if he's 7 months?
not yet. I mean, I'm trying to catch up with myself, trying to get them registered, trying to get microchips.
You can always put them on heartworm medicine before they're 6 months old without testing.
Okay.
And it saves you $75 a dog.
Well, he and his sister are just around 6 months old. I could probably no.
You could probably start without testing.
Okay, all right. So it's the other two. All right.
Yeah.
Then let's do that today.
We have a pretty icky thing going on in the neck here.
Always.
Yep, so we have, MC does not want it to be adjusted, but we'll get it from the other way.
I have been putting them on my lap and doing that back and forth thing that you taught Patrick.
It's good. Wait, please.
And at some point, I've got some quick pictures to show you how I've got my property set up for them.
Well, I saw your video,
Which video?
the one that you put on Facebook.
Oh, okay. But I have a brand new idea because they're not using those ramp steps. Now, my steps are all custom made to be 3 inches high for my knees and them.
Right.
Right. But I still,
Get me the small head, or even get me this is straight. I'll just use this.
but I still think those little ramp steps are better. But I'll show you what I did, what I'm doing. I figured it out. I'm good at jerry rigging.
What kind of food are they eating?
Eukanuba, and then I get beef from a organic local farm. My husband gets beef, so I get chopped beef and I cook it.
No.
I cook enough for 5 days, and then I put that in with the soaked Eukanuba fresh 2 times a day. She's had all of her dogs.
So we hate things, and then we say, oh, I'm going to ignore that.
I know.
And then we say, we love that. This thing in the neck hurts a bit, and so I can't adjust it without the speed of this thing to get ahead of the protection.
Now, could that be something that happened as they came out of the birth canal?
No, because the dog's not that asymmetrical. It would have grown much more asymmetrically than that if it was.
Okay. Because none of these ever jump off my furniture. They're trained not to. They don't do it. There are ramps everywhere.
Can you make some in front?
Yep, I'll put them.
Dawn, Patrick's one with the spine problem. Right. She had been jumping off of his high bed, and that's what caused that neck injury that she had. Right. But these have never jumped off of anything in their life. And has a ranch style house. It's a flat floor. I mean, there's no way that dog ever did anything. Who knows?
Well, now we're getting upset about that other thing. We're accepting my adjusting with my hands.
I see that.
It wasn't that. It still hasn't gone. It's super stuck.
And again, if the whole group is romping, a lot of times he'll stand back because he doesn't want to be romped on.
No, he's really afraid. I can see with him.
I know, right.
He's really afraid of it.
He'll play with his sister one-on-one, but Barbie gets too rough with him. So, I mean, obviously there's something wrong. That's why I got in touch with you. And Cheryl said she doesn't have anybody like you up where she is this good. I want to say Matamoros, New York, Augusta, New York, Milford, Pennsylvania, that little triangle area.
You're fun. He's doing great.
That dog is a great soul.
He's a very sweet boy.
Oh, he has a great soul. You are noisy. Yes. Come here.
You are really noisy.
Well, she's not getting the center of attention, or she sees you feeding him a treat and she wants one.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that.
What was that?
It's at ease.
Come here.
And
Come here.
it's just L-theanine.
Well, I finally got them to accept omega oils. Right. And so now they all run at me when I have those. I can't figure it. They're not in tune with the new vet stuff. No matter what I do, they won't eat it yet. I want to put them on the joint for the glucosamine, and I want to put them on the regular for their skin, and I'll keep working. My dogs were hysterical about it. But these little things, I haven't convinced them that it's good. Maybe I'll soak it in liver. Yep, we gotta run away. She's the naughty one. Yeah, these aren't springers. I used to bring all my springers in here, and they would just lay there. She's perfect. Dachshunds are not springers. But they're cute. They make me laugh. So once again, as you told me with Patrick's wires, most of the problems that, especially the minis have, it's their necks out of alignment.
Well, almost everything that comes from the neck. I mean, if you have a little problem in the neck, it's much worse than a big problem in the behind.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, well, she just wants to run. She's got ADHD. Keeping her contained is not. You're going to stay up here because you're barking.
And what causes the eyeball to be back is a dural tension or tension on the spinal cord itself, and that can occur almost anywhere.
Well, I mean, was he born with that, or?
It would be much more asymmetrical
Oh,
if that were so. To have the kind of, and he's, the sister is a little hypermetric all the way around, so she may have a neck problem as well. But he is rather dramatic, and it's hypermetria behind. What hypermetria means is that he's moving too much. And it's the reason why you see his gait will be trot, trot, it will be walk, 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 pace, pace, trot, trot, walk, walk. And when he's moving at speed, and that's because it's like people singing in a round, but one group is singing too slowly.
right.
And that's because he's taking bigger steps behind. And bigger steps behind, and that's why he has the swing and the legs go out to the side as well.
Oh, yeah.
Is because he doesn't have as much proprioceptive inhibition or knowing to put his feet down sooner.
Well, can all this be brought back to normal with adjustments?
If it's caused by a compression, that's a chiropractic issue. Yes, but it takes a while for them to recover. I don't think he's had something terrible like a disc or an FCE, a fibrocartilaginous embolus, but I certainly think he's got spinal cord compression because he really does lack proprioception behind.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%.
There, we just got that to move. So this is a C, what did I say already?
I haven't said anything.
C2 posterior right severe with a lot of muscle spasm. And
Well, there's nobody as good as you, so
getting him calmed down and realizing that we're going to kill him.
maybe this dog should just stay with me so he can come back to you when you need to see him.
Needs to be seen more than
Yeah, obviously. And I don't trust some other voodoo doctor to do what you do. I mean, you fixed Dawn. I mean, once she was done, she was perfect for the rest of her life. Yeah, for the rest of her life. And I was told by my vet to euthanize her. Nothing could be done.
That was really good.
He's a good soul.
That was really good.
He's going to smile and be happy. Yeah, and he's got his litter sister with me, which gives him comfort. So I think the best place for him right now is with me to get this straightened out. Even though it's an entire day to get over here.
Sure it is. Yeah, I saw your backyard. I saw the transformation of the backyard.
Oh, I worked really, really hard when I got Barbie. My brain just started going as far as everything that I could do to make it right for them.
There's a row house, long backyard that is completely...
It's about 150 yards long and 24-foot wide.
And it's all in AstroTurf with all sorts of enrichment and different levels to go up and down and things to play in. And
I keep landscaping rocks just to break it up so they have more of a normal
life and different input to their feet, receptive input to their feet. And notice he wouldn't let me touch the thing originally with the thumper, and now it's somewhat adjusted.
Judith, how long have you been doing this?
I've been out of school now for 45 years.
45 years.
I started doing it back when it wasn't cool. Back in 87. That's a long time.
So this is chiropractic work on dachshunds, which is a must on this breed.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
On this breed, especially the minis, because they've been dwarfed.
Well, they've been dwarfed, and they also, the breed has, that is just a coffee cup. The breed has a characteristic because of the amount of motion, it's because of the short legs, the amount of motion in the spine that they have, the cartilage that is their disc gets stressed and it fibrillates. It's just like cracking a credit card back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
And you do that, it eventually will work harden, and then it'll crack. And that's what's happening in their spine all the time, because they've got to take so many more steps to get from here to there because their legs are short. And because they reach further forward with their hind legs to do that, so that
they have such a long back, yeah.
keep up, then they're also arching up this way. But the wiggle, just like the golden retriever wiggle, side to side, just flexes the living jeebers out of their discs.
That's why I like springers. They're perfectly square.
Right, absolutely.
20 inches long, 20 inches high. Right, the body weight is the same on the front and the rear.
Yeah. And this is a lot of strain just to get down the road. And they also, when they want to go someplace, they, just like a greyhound, they'll arch their back and reach way far under, and they have a lot of momentum. That foot hits the ground here, and it still bears weight, which it shouldn't do.
Yeah, I've seen them do that.
Forward. What normally a racehorse or a larger sized dog will do is it'll reach forward, but there's not really weight on the leg until it gets at the hip joint and then goes into the power phase. These guys put weight on it when they're doing that, which arches their back further, and then that's why they're so apt to get the disc popping up in the spinal canal, because their kyphosis that they go through to do that is weight, and that shouldn't be.
Right, well,
When a racehorse reaches up underneath itself, it's bringing its foot back fast enough that it doesn't even hit the ground until the leg is vertical or behind. So they don't even weight the leg until it's on the ground behind the hip joint.
Well, 30 years hunting my dogs certainly showed me a lot more than showing my dogs how their body works.
Yeah. And their bodies work really well because they're normal shape.
Right, they're square. They're under 50 pounds. Equal weight on their front and their rear. I mean, it's an ideal machine to go hunting with.
And this dog, as I say, has definitely got a little asymmetry, not only in the shape. Its skull looks like it's pretty good. I'm not sure where that dural torque or tension is coming from that's drawing that eye back.
I mean, would that ever be fixed over time?
It's 40% better now.
Oh, okay.
The dura, or the covering of the spine, is only tied down in the skull, the first two upper cervicals, sacrum, and the tail. The rest of it's kind of sliding, like a rope that's holding up the big top tent.
Yep.
It's tied down with the end ropes on each end. And then it just slides back and forth. And the nerves that come out on either side are on this sliding rope. Now those, if there's a problem when it's tied down up here, and they can get pulled up against the foramen, and they can get hurt. But if the disc bulges, it doesn't have to bulge straight up into the spinal canal. It can bulge out the vertebral foramen and compress nerves, that are coming out of it. Compress the spinal cord.
Hey, Duncan.
Spine.
Duncan. He's the male of the pack, so he has to be the rooster. Hey, Duncan. These are dachshunds. Hey, do you know these dogs bark more in one day than 50 years of springers bark in my entire lifetime?
Yeah, I can understand it. So, you can see.
Hey,
Duncan, stop.
Duncan, stop it.
When you want to stop.
Just, right. I correct him when he barks.
No. And you do that 3 times and then keep his voice.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can see already, it's a little better.
Yes.
And that's because I adjusted the second cervical where the dura is tied down. And it was stuck out here.
Okay. Duncan, you know better. He's not even barking at anything.
He heard the bathroom door close.
Yeah, I know.
He said, "Hi."
Yeah, don't let him do that. I mean, you can.
The reason why we use
You
the
can-
thumper is because it's faster.
I don't let them bark at my house.
And this can, when we do chiropractic, we're not just moving bones. It's not bones out of place. It is trying to move the thing through a range of motion. That will. Good boy. Now what he just did is take a big, deep,
Breath.
relaxing breath.
I saw that.
Stop. And so that's called instructional aggression training, which means that the dog can control his environment by doing what I want, which is to be quiet, do nothing. And so when we go to something as high speed as this, it's to get ahead of the guarding. Then if he feels me approach his neck, which has been sore, the muscles will guard and not let the motion happen. Now that's really good. Let the motion happen, but I can get faster than the muscles can tighten up, get the adjustment done, and then he feels better, and then he'll let me do it. So.
Well, every human being in the world has had knots in their neck and their shoulders stiff and just that whole part of you, and it's not fun. Here I brought him, the primary problem I brought him here for is his dwarf bowed legs in the rear. We're spending 90% of the time on the neck, which I'm used to. I'm used to that with you. I'm used to that.
That's again,
That's what starts it.
80%, well, 90% of the input to the brain is from tendon stretch receptors and joint receptors and muscle spindle cells that deal with gravity, where you're going to place your feet.
Did you have any other neck adjustments?
Let me finish. Okay, the 80% of that 90% is with the second cervical forward.
Yep.
And so I just did C2. And that has changed everything of the dural torque. No, I haven't gone any further.
Yeah, he's the problem child. I brought my appointment book, so we're just going to set him up. This dog can't go anywhere but you until he's straight. Yes.
In a month, and it's going to be hard to do because I'm gone most.
Yeah, I remember the routine with Dawn, but I mean, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
I mean, the dog can't live its
I
life.
haven't come up with anything yet.
Yeah.
Just that C2 posterior right. And I'm still trying to get his Atlas occiput sorted out. It doesn't work correctly.
Yep, the dog cannot. go through his life like this.
No, I definitely think he's not acting like a normal puppy.
No.
He's like a painful puppy. And so he's hiding. He does not want to get jumped on. When he gets jumped on, you see him cringe. And he's not yiping or anything,
No.
because I think it's been going on long enough. He's a little bit of a worm and horseradish. He didn't know it yet. So, but he does know that it hurts. And he's not learning the proper, socialization is one thing, but this guy didn't want to come out because it's dangerous.
I completely
The priority
agree.
of the nervous system is to take care of the nervous system, and the nervous system is at risk here.
Yep,
So,
yep, I know. That's why he's here.
we do have now a little atlas superior right.
Eh.
There it went.
Yeah, I saw that.
It went. You could see the shift.
I saw it.
Yeah, you can see the shift on that one. Now, it's been here long enough that it likes to stick again. It's like little Velcro little hooks in there get caught on one another. And if it hurts to go be in the right direction, then he's going to avoid that and he's going to get stuck back again. That's why he has to come back.
Now, as far as normal house activity, even 3-inch custom-built steps are not good for him.
No, I think he'd be all right.
Okay, because I am doing a ramp system up my stairs.
If you do ramps, that's even better.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I think that 3-inch steps.
I'm going to show you a picture of what I've designed, and you're going to be very proud of me.
It's been done long enough that he's got multiple corrective compensatory curves.
Yeah, well, for sure we're not going to breed him.
No, I mean, this could have been accidental. I mean, I don't know whether it was, it's not probably, it could be a congenital thing that as he grew, he got worse.
Yeah,
But it's hard to say.
right. I mean, I've seen the puppies since they were 3 weeks old, and that's my assessment. Because I was seeing videos of them, and then I went up when they were 7 weeks old, and I saw him, and yeah. And you'll see the sister to have something to mirror off of.
Well, I think they have the same padding movement in their hind legs.
I agree. I've seen her do it.
Yeah, I think there may be some anomaly in their. I mean, they can have just like a calf or something. They can have a stenosis in their glenooccipital joint that's causing this. They could have a malformation of a certain vertebrae that there's not as much room in the spinal canal. If they're similar.
So another thing about this dog, he's got tremendously thick bone.
He does, and
Yes.
he's got very, very big feet.
Yes.
And I think
That's very abnormal for a mini dachshund.
well, I think that's it. I think he's dwarfing.
Yeah, he's dwarfing. Thank you. That's exactly what I said.
And the other thing that makes him pad is, you know how Popeye or other dwarves
Yep.
are depicted with very short upper arm and very short upper arm
Okay.
and just longer lower arm, and he is very short here.
Yep.
And so when he brings his leg forward, he comes way forward like this, but he doesn't have a lot of length there to extend his stifle and then to have his foot, so he reaches forward, but then again, it just doesn't.
I mean, we have bred these poor dogs to just not be right. Although I've seen some beautiful dachshunds in the ring, like the one that won the group at Madison Square Garden this past year, that just float in the air.
Well,
and they have beautiful front end movement. Right.
Is when you breed them, be so damn short.
Well, these are minis.
Yeah, well, you make them, and they're like, I got a miniature horse, but they're also dwarves in breeding miniature horses because you're breeding smaller and smaller.
Well, this is a dwarf, right? These are dwarfs.
And there's a difference between a miniature and a dwarf.
Oh, okay.
And the reason is that you get a misproportion in bones with them, because what the dwarf is, when you have an achondroplastic dwarf, is that you have certain growth plates that close.
Yes.
And that's why this upper...
And I've said that all along. This dog reminds me of a dwarf.
Yeah, he's got big extremities, he's got a very large head.
Yep.
And then he's got these little tiny, itty-bitty, short,
Yep.
middle of the leg bone.
Yep.
And we see pictures of those, and you can see that that's...
Well, I mean, anytime you miniaturize a breed, you're going to go between being normal but small and dwarfish. I mean, you're downsizing the breed.
People throw in a couple of dwarves if they aren't too dramatic, and that is a very particular set of genes, and it comes along with hormone dysfunction. That's why dwarves have a lot of hormone dysfunction, and so we have to be very aware of the fact that if you throw in a little dwarf here and there,
So, from what you're seeing today, we can get him to have a nice, happy.
oh yeah, sure. I mean, you're
Home
trying
life.
to make him more stable. The big thing that you have to not have pain is stability. And if you haven't got length of leg to allow yourself to move correctly, and you still want to run with big dogs, you end up having to reach further with your hind legs, and when you do that, you arch your back, and when you arch your back, you're more apt to have this.
Well, isn't he going to do that for his whole life, even after all these
He
adjustments?
might, but that's just it. If we spread the wear and tear out over more joints, it's not going to be a problem.
Okay.
He never gets to weigh too much. So 90% of the time, the problem that makes these things really happen is weighing too much and having long toenails. You reduce the incidence of problems with this so immensely by keeping his weight to a skinny dog and his toenails so short that they never touch the ground.
Now, I'm thinking maybe you should go to a home as a single dog so that he doesn't have that real raucous play, because this breed does that.
Well, they do, but again, what is he going to do? Is he going to be unhappy?
Yeah, he's going to be unhappy.
So, I mean,
He's so used to being in a pack. He just so loves it. He needs a second dog.
it's one of those things, or you can have a cat.
I have a cat, and he's just not into it. Barbie loves my cat. She'd marry him if she could. Right, and he just kind of looks at the cat like, ugh. Well, as he gets older, he's not going to be as playful.
No, I'm hoping that he will, I mean, he could go to a house with an older dog.
Yes. He'd have the socialization without all that rough puppy play.
Right, he doesn't need to play rough. I think he's painful. I don't, right at his...
Yeah, but I saw him pop there. Yeah.
Well, I see a little bit of muscle spasm at the thoracolumbar junction, and that is the most common place to get a disc. But you can see now he's very much much more accepting of the thumper here. And what we use the thumper for is to get ahead of any discomfort and guarding. But we also use it to give the same piece of information over and over and over again, so that after we get stuff adjusted, that everybody can synchronize their watches. You know,
Right.
using the same piece of information to adjust their input. So one of the things I just said that it's got to go on the record is that we've got some hypermobility or some spasticity at the thoracolumbar junction. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and we've got figured out his back energy.
I mean, have you ever run into this Pa Veritas before?
What is it?
Pa Veritas. It pretty much is a rear end bone disorder that only affects dachshunds and mini dachshunds.
Well, since I'm not a dachshund specialist, I'm just
Right. And they have the bowed leg.
A Veritas.
It's PAS, P-A-S.
A deformity where the distal part of the tibia, lower leg bone, is turned inward towards the midline of the body.
That's, yeah.
Can cause bow-leg appearance.
Okay. Anything else interesting? And that's what I'm seeing is the
Can be present at birth or develop. Common in dachshunds. Can lead to lameness, pain, development of osteoarthritis. Treatments are surgical correction or stabilization.
and again, what I was commenting on is how incredibly short his tibia is. And if you've got achondroplastic bones, which, are more of a curve in them,
Yep.
and that is the thing. But again, it's this very, very, very short tibia and this very, very short humerus that are creating, both the need for the different kind of movement because they can't extend their legs well. so they arch their back up. I think your problem is the pain portion of it is much more genetic. And I think also you may see that even though he's got, I mean, he doesn't have terribly crooked knees. I mean, they're short, but they're not as crooked as all that.
Yeah, when you catch him, he walks very oddly behind.
Well, he walks oddly because he's hypermetric.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that bow-leggedness is just...
Proprioceptive deficits more. I'm much more interested in the neurologic dysfunction than the mechanical dysfunction in this dog. The mechanical dysfunction is there, for sure. He's got real weird little legs. But the proprioceptive dysfunction and the pain are what I'm mostly concerned about.
Well, yeah.
And he obviously is guarding because he's painful, so we have to make sure that. Now we've got you forward spacing the other direction. We're going to do a little bit more thumping here.
Yeah, we'll do his sister next, so you can carry on what you see here over to her.
I would like to acupuncture.
Yeah. I mean, it's a shame that the whole litter probably needs something.
And he's very happy with this now.
Yeah, look at him. Completely different dog.
Didn't do.
Should I do any of the dawn twist that you taught us, or just leave it to you?
His eyes are pretty much even.
Yeah, I know, but should I be doing what you taught us to do with dawn? Well, yeah, where you go like this, and you go like
Be
this.
very careful with that. Do it 1 or 2 or 3 times
Okay.
in each direction. Don't just do,
Okay.
But don't go too far. Don't go up.
Yeah.
Go down.
Okay.
And just as far as it can do normally on the good side, that's how far you go.
Well, I'm not going to do anything this first month. I'm just going to leave him to you.
Okay, well that was I'm pretty happy with that because by the time I finished, he's really relaxed. And he also is, I'm not feeling any of that. This is a secondary hypermobility at the thoracolumbar junction because other things aren't moving. This is what's taking up the slack. And that is how you get thoracolumbar disc. So he says, oh, well, it's a disc. No, it did not just drop out of the sky. A disc is going to occur because of something else somewhere else. This is the victim of the crime.
Should I take weight off of him?
I wouldn't let him put any more on.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Just don't.
I mean, I keep everything in show weight.
Yeah, no,
right.
well, I don't think they need to be quite that plump. I think they could be a little less plump and they'll be fine. This is fine. This dog is not show weight. This dog's skinnier than show weight, and that's great. But he's skinnier than show weight because he doesn't have any muscle on him.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't been moving. So I'm going to put him down
And so you're not going to flex his rear end or look at it.
set him down to do that.
Okay.
Already adjusted his back in at PIL.
Okay.
And I got to put him down to see whether or not he's got a category, powered category. Oh, it's so much easier to pick up. So much better to pick up.
He does carry his tail up.
Good.
Right. He does do that. I've been watching for that. Yeah, but everything about this dog screamed dwarfism to me.
Yeah, I do think he's a dwarf. I
Yep.
think that's your big thing. And of course, that goes along with heart disease and a couple of other items too, so you got to be aware of that.
Because, I mean, people that are dwarves have that same kind of rear end. They have bowed legs and...
You can look up under there achondroplasia, achondroplastic dwarf. You don't have to be a brachycephalic dog to have dwarfy-like things happening. We've had some of our bull terriers that had a very tiny amount of dwarfism.
Yeah, I could see that with their body.
So this is a category 3, L6 PR. So that is sacro-occipital technique, pelvic category, which indicates that he's compensating for dural torque further forward. Which is, we know that. That's what he did.
Were you looking for anything in specific about?
Well, just some of the anomalies that occur with it, which are shortening of the, the brachium and tibia.
Does one leg feel worse than the other?
Well, he's putting all his weight on his right hind.
Thank you.
And so that is, that's why the whole side of his pelvis is pushed up on that side.
Yep, that's what I've seen.
Yep.
Well, it looks like you don't go back to Grandma Cheryl for a while. Gonna have to come here and see Dr. Judith.
Yep.
Get your little body all straightened out.
Get him and again, we've got a little grow left in him too. He didn't stop growing. Well, he stopped growing sooner than other dogs because he is a dachshund and he is a dwarfy. So he's got lots of growth plates are going to close early. So the most important thing is to get him done as much as possible.
Adjusted now, yes.
Yeah, as much as possible.
Before those plates close.
Before they close. Because the ones in the vertebra themselves are the last ones, and you see he's got this curve.
Yeah, I can see his back's curving right now.
Yeah, he's got this curve, and we want to try to get him straight.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the whole dog curves left. The 3 week, well, you're traveling in September, so let's just get him in. You don't need to see these others, just him.
When? I mean, like next.
His next appointment.
We'll just see what they look like.
I will have to bring the other children, but I'll have them in their dollies and crates. They don't like to stay home alone.
I saw your little show dolly.
Huh?
I saw your little
Oh, yeah, right. Isn't that cute?
Very cute.
There's a company called Best in Show Trolleys, okay, and they make them, for these toy breeds because the dog shows will allow you to take those trolleys ringside, but you can't take your grooming table and your grooming setup ringside. That could be in a whole different building, right? So I looked them up. They were $2,500 and change, and they're all one piece. One design folds up. They're so heavy. I said, I just don't see me being able to pay all that money and deal with this big piece of machinery. So I started to go on Amazon. I watch TV and I just, Amazon. You should, it's in my car. Before I leave today, I'll show it to you. I found the most perfect dolly. You saw pictures of it. And then the little Midwest crates. And I have 4. Barbies in pink. Barbie gets pink. Right, and then I found that black leather pouch that goes over one of the ends that holds everything, including the grooming arm. I got to price it, but I think I maybe got about $350 into it, and it's just as good as those monster things. And I get to my truck, and those Midwest crates. What? They're 3 pounds.
Right.
I throw them in the car. I put all of these guys in one stable crate that I just keep in there for them. And then I lift up the dolly, I put it in, and I'm done.
Great. A little teeny bit of a luxating patella on the right hind. Medial luxation.
Yeah. After my 3-decade dogs died, Kira, Connor, Troy, I told everybody that's it. I can't do springers. I can't have springers die in my arms anymore. I can't. I mean, they're born, they come out in my hands, and I spend a whole lifetime with them getting all those titles. And then they die in my arms. No, my heart's just too. There's nothing left. Right. So, but I mean, all my K&D kids come and stay with me, and they get groomed by me. So,
Good. So you're still seeing.
constantly. I mean, constantly. I have a whole house full of dogs all the time. But that personal dog and maybe having a litter of puppies was no longer like in my life, and that bothered me.
Can you come and ask him to walk again?
Yes.
9-foot contact and drive.
Can you say that again?
He has much better drive. He has 2 inches more ground contact past, the
Yes.
hip line down. So he's driving forward instead of going like this and bringing the leg too far forward, swinging it out to the side, and not getting any drive out of it. And so again, he's moving much better. Lots less swing in the middle. Did I not show that to you? I didn't show it. I was terrible. I'm sorry. And an adjustment takes 20 minutes plus to sort of sink in, and it'll take him a couple of days to reorganize all the muscles. Good big sigh.
Oh, you just tell me if I have to bring you over once a month
Once
for the
a
next.
month, as soon as you can get him, if it's, because I'm just here for a day or two and I'm going again. So it is a matter of,
Well, I brought my appointment book, so we'll just
see what we can do.
I mean, you can set me up for the next 3 or 4 appointments with him.
Yeah, if we can get him in here less than a month, that would be great. Don't eat the fringe off the rug, please.